Hello YouTube stereo collectors. Now here's something you don't see every day. This is really rare. It's made by Electrohome, Dominion Electrohome, Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. It's a stereo receiver. It's an H19-303 with an H19-4 chassis. And I am telling you, there's nothing on the internet about this. But I've seen this series before because I've lived my life in Kitchener in the Electrohome area. And I actually bought a dual 12-14 turntable, and the guy had this sitting around. He said, well, this came with the turntable. Would you be interested? I was like, I don't know. It's kind of weird looking. Yeah, I like Electrohome. I'll take it. Now, I've turned it on. I don't use a Variac or anything. It's actually working really well. I'm listening to FM stereo just through the headphones. It's kind of a neat drum tuner. It has, these actually light up, but a couple of the bulbs are out. But the interior, look at the way this thing is built. The chassis is actually a piece of particle board. It has a genuine walnut sleeve that's in really nice shape. So what you see here is a power board. It has 4 NPN transistors, so it's capacitor coupled, quasi-complementary. There's a phono preamp here, and then tuner is over here. Nice big Sprague capacitor. Judging by the size of that power transformer, I'd say it's about 10-12 watts per side. Built really nicely. AM ferrite bar on this side. I can't find a schematic. There's like just nothing out there. It's almost like it didn't exist. And I was thinking back, I haven't looked, I've owned this for a few months, and I just got to look at it. I was thinking back of the Electrohome equipment. And Electrohome TVs were known, the ones that were made in Kitchener in the vacuum tube era and then their solid state ones, were known to be really dependable. And my parents had 2 Electrohome TVs. They had a 1964 black and white. That was their TV up until the year 2000. They had a color TV, of course, but it was in the rec room even long after I moved out. And you know, that thing, it never had a service call. It had hours and hours and hours on it. Same with their color TV. My grandmother had a 1973 Electrohome color TV, which was solid state. And my kids used that as a rec room TV like right into the 2000s. For the picture tube just got so weak you couldn't rejuvenate it anymore. Never had a circuit failure. And this is the thing. I've seen other Electrohome receivers, and they always worked. I did most of my servicing on the Japanese stuff, and it was really good. But this was kind of the last of the era of North American audio equipment. I mean, it's just, you can't build them this way and make money. I mean, that's all I can say. Like, the Japanese were building an excellent product at a lower cost. It was more compact, it had more power, great performance, and they were good in their own right. But so one thing about the Electrohome stuff, I just did an Electrohome tube radio, 1951 tube radio. I picked up at a flea market, all original tubes, all original caps, turned it on, I had it playing. I mean, there's a bit of hum from the filter capacitors, but can you imagine with original parts? They made really good stuff. One of my grandfathers worked there, and I remember he retired in 1965. But by the time we got to the 1980s, and Electrohome started to import things, and I'd say, why is we'd see these things in the newspaper, on the news, Electrohome laying off more people, downsizing, they're selling their fan motor division to a company, they're selling off their TVs. And I say, what has happened? And his answer was, they made them too good. And he said to make them too good costs too much money. And people don't want to spend money anymore. And I remember just having this conversation, and he'd just be, oh, it's terrible. He goes, you should only have to buy a new TV every 20 years. And that was a very frugal mindset, and I appreciated that. At the time, like, they expected appliances, washers, dryers, fridges to last decades. And the same with the cars. I mean, My grandfather had several Oldsmobiles, and well, not several, only a couple of them, but he could get 2 decades out of them, and they were still nice cars when he sold them. Of course, like today's cars, I mean, the transmission goes or there's an engine problem, the car is scrapped. Nobody can fix them. But it's all part of our consumer mindset. But I thought you'd find this interesting. Thanks for watching and listening.